Welcome back to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast reviews of movies and talks about nerd shit. This is episode 469, and it is our final review of our month looking at the films of Yasuhiro Ozu. As always, is the nerd you gonna hear the whole show on our wonderful co-host and Yoda.
What's up, everybody?
What up? What up?
What up? What
What's
it do?
going on, man?
Just another day in paradise.
When you say it like that, it's not that convincing. Wonderful Thursday to you all. We're coming at you on a Thursday because we didn't do this on a Monday, and then on Tuesday we did Spider-Man, and then
Spider-Man?
Wednesday we did our top 10, which are all available now, y'all, on YouTube.
Pig.
And
Mine was pig.
pig, yeah,
Pig.
yeah, pig. And then today we're gonna be talking about late spring, man, and yeah. It's Brad. I think we've been able to. We're doing a pretty good job, right? We came back this week.
We
we've
haven't been shitty with the schedule, that's for sure.
No, but it's just the first week of 2021 content.
Just the first week, so we still got a while, ways to go.
We still got a fuck ton of more to fuck up. Yeah. Oh man, I've been fucking bombarded with Sundance emails, but that's a good thing. That's a really good thing.
It's dope.
Yeah,
Shit.
so I'm trying to
don't be complaining about that. That's dope.
Yeah, I'm trying to respond to everything I can, but I'm like, oh crap. I'm like, oh, did I put this movie in my tickets or not? And I'm like, oh shit. Well, fuck, I did.
Get it.
But yeah, man. Brad, how was work today? That Brad, for audio listeners, Brad was just like, I want to talk about it.
Work is fine. I'm dealing. These two love to run up and down the stairs.
Because
dogs. Work was fine. You know, it's another productive day. I finally got in. So Monday I got back into like kind of a mental rhythm with work that has been gone for like a month and a half. So
yeah,
it's been good.
It's been good. I'm glad it's going good for you, bro. It's good. I've been up to pretty much just regular stuff here. We did some stuff today out in the city. Well, not in Chicago, but other cities.
See any sights? See the Big Bean?
No, bro. I went to the Bean when I came here. When I was a sophomore in high school.
Did you flick it?
Shut up, Brad. But
what?
No, just I'm seeing what's it called? A lot of frozen sewage water, Brad. A lot of frozen sewage water. A lot of frozen.
Wait, like now? Like right now?
So right now we're actually pretty good, Brad. We're in the 30s right now. Like it's pretty good.
So you're like in our weather in the morning.
Yeah. Now I fear that tomorrow in the next couple of days is gonna be like, oh no, we're going back to shitty. Let's go ahead and go back to
negative degrees.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been in negative degrees, so I don't know what that's like. I just guess it's just pain.
I stood outside in negative 5-degree weather as I waited outside for an Uber because I got dropped at a place that wasn't open for dental care. Ooh. And I waited for 10 to 15 minutes for an Uber.
You couldn't feel your body, could you?
Oh, it was bad. Not one of my best decisions I made so far. But you know what?
Fucking Stacy.
I can tell you one thing, my friends. I'm not leaving the South. I'm not leaving. I fucking hate the South sometimes too. But this cold weather, this ain't for me.
I'm gonna say I like where I'm at because no humidity, mostly.
Yeah.
Except after monsoons, of course.
Frozen sewage water, not the best slushy flavor, but shut up, Stacy. Shut up.
Garbage Pail Kids.
But been doing good. What's it called? I filmed some content yesterday. I need to edit it for my personal channel. And I've watched Dune on 4K. I got that. And
how many times have you watched Dune now?
This would be 3. This is number 3.
Okay, I thought you
once in theaters,
watched a lot more.
Second on HBO Max to give it the number, and 3 for the 4K when I got it. Yeah. But it's not more than Eric has watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
And it's not more than I've watched Ikiru. So
yeah. By the way, Brad, did you know that Eric has watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy 11 times? 6 of those times was the extended versions.
I'm surprised that man's ADHD lets him watch anything.
Oh
especially
man,
multiple times.
yeah. But it's just been chill. It's just been chill. It's been a good time out here. It's been other than the cold weather, it's been good. But today was one of the first days where the weather was actually really good and it wasn't like unbearably cold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But
dope.
excuse me. Um, I we are going to be talking about this movie, y'all. And God, Brad, I think all of the movies this month were pre 1969, right?
Yes, because this director,
Has
is
been
like over
working
a
for a
hundred,
fuck ton.
right?
Yeah, this motherfucker worked for a long time. Yeah,
What year? How old is this?
he died at the age of 60. He was
But he
born
was born in
December
1903.
1903, December 12th, 1903, in Tokyo, and then died in December 12th, 1960, on his birthday. Wow. 1963, at the age of 60 in Tokyo.
Damn.
Yeah. He was active from 1929 to 1963.
This
I'm
this man this man lived through some shit. Like
This man
all
saw
of
like,
World War II.
yeah, this man what's it called, wow. I mean, that really kind of puts a spin on his movies, right? For you to actually look at like, oh wow, like you literally, his body of work is literally seeing how much Japan changed
Yeah.
throughout the many years that
Well,
it
and
was.
it's very like a calm kind of display of post-war Japan, which I'm sh- I'm getting the feeling this man lived through so much chaos. He just wanted to sit down and just film some like family-friendly shit.
Yeah. He was like, I'm gonna make some really introspective stuff, but I'm also just, I kind of want the noise to
Yeah,
be
I just want to be
low.
chill. I
Just
just
want to
want
be
to be
chill.
chill through this whole fucking time I'm here
Yeah.
because I've seen enough.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and introduce you all to Late Spring. Late Spring Banshun is a 1949 Japanese drama film directed by Yasuhiro Ozu, written by Ozu and Kogonada, based on the short novel Father and Daughter Chich- Chichi to Musume by the 20th century novelist and critic Kazuo Hirotsu. The film was written and shot by the Allied powers occupation of Japan and was subject to the occupation's official censorship requirements. It stars Shishu Ryu, who was featured in almost all of the director's films, and Setsuko Hara, making her first of six appearances in Ozu's work. It is the first installment of Ozu's so called Noriko Trilogy. The others are Early Summer, 1951, and Tokyo Story, 1953, in each of which Hara portrays a young woman named Noriko. Though the three Norikos are distinct and related characters linked primarily by their status as single women in post-war Japan. Late Spring belongs to the type of Japanese film known as shomingeki, a genre that deals with the ordinary daily lives of working class and middle class people of modern times. The film is frequently regarded as the first in the director's final creative period, the major prototype of the director's the major prototype of the 1950s and 1960s work. These films are characterized by, among other traits, an exclusive focus on stories about family during Japan's immediate post-war era, and tendency towards very simple plots and use of generally static camera. Late Spring was released on September 19, 1949, to critical acclaim in the Japanese press. In the following year, it was awarded the prestigious Kinema Junpo Critics Award as the best Japanese production released in 1949. In 1972, the film was commercially released in the United States, again to very positive reviews. Late Spring has been referred to as the director's most perfect work, as the definitive film of Ozu's masterful filmmaking approach and language. It has been called one of the most perfect, most complete, and most successful studies of character ever achieved in Japanese cinema. In the 2012 version of Sight and Sound's documentary, Sound and Sound's decennial poll of the greatest films of all time, published by the British Film Institute, Late Spring appears as the second highest ranking Japanese language film on the list, and number 15, behind Ozu's own Tokyo Story at number 3. Uh,
So many words.
so many words. Yeah, cinematography by Yoharu Atsuta, and music is by Senji Ito, edited by Yohiyasu Hamamura, and it comes in at an hour and 48 minutes. Yeah. Um, Yeah, this was the other one that I wanted to check out because I heard that this is one of his other famous works. Plus, what's it called? I wanted to see if we can grab something from like his early work, and that wasn't silent because I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think it's gonna take a while for us to finally what's it called touch silent films because they're kind of difficult to watch. Not gonna lie, um, they're kind of difficult to watch. But yeah, I want to say that I like this movie. I like this movie. I think that now that I'm kind of at the end of this month of looking at his movies, I'm kind of starting to actually realize exactly what Ozu's work is and what it kind of means, not just to him, and not just to the audience, but like Japanese cinema in general. And I think that I'm gaining more of a appreciation more for this man's work and what he's trying to do. I still think that Tokyo Story is the best movie I watched this month from this filmmaker, but I think that this has a lot to say as well, along with some beautiful imagery that I think that he really perfects later on in his career. Because like if this is where he really starts to create his style, then he has perfected it way more in the next couple of movies. Brad, what do you think about this movie?
I really like this movie. The framing again, we go back to the framing, the cinematography, the look, the overall look of these films are beautiful. Ozo has a great style, a great eye. Um, I find it funny because I did a little research after on the actress because I
Mm-hmm.
thought the story was intriguing. It's a different kind of story, one that you don't really read about, where it's a daughter clinging to her father basically
Mm-hmm.
and doesn't want to let him go, which that's not kind of modern days anymore. And Sasuka Hara, the main actress in this, she never married.
No.
She never married, and she never acted again after Ozu died, and she kind of went into hiding.
And
There's
I
actually an
kind of
anime we might have watched, a Millennium Actress
Millennium
that
Actress,
is
yes.
based on
On
her.
her?
Yeah, that is
Wow.
based on her.
So look, I bring something up here, Brad, and I don't know if you felt this way, but I kind of felt that our protagonist wasn't straight.
Oh,
I
the
The
female.
girl, I don't think she was straight.
I
Uh
mean, I don't. I know she didn't want to get married, like
yeah,
at all.
but there was just like also something about like those interactions with that other girl, and the
The,
way that they
the,
interacted with each other, the way that they would like hold their hands, and I don't know, I know that it's something probably that Ozu didn't mean to do, right?
yeah,
But I kept feeling throughout the movie, I was like, I don't know, like I feel like this girl isn't straight, like this girl's kind of
it's a
saying like,
possibility.
yeah,
I just. I mean, she definitely did not want to get married throughout this whole film.
yeah,
My this is the second or third film we've watched with Setsuko Hara, and
mhm,
her facial expressions in these films always throw me the fuck off
yeah.
because she will be saying some of the meanest fucking shit and be smiling at the same time, and it throws me off every time. It's just like, yeah, you're filthy, and just smiling at him, and it's just like she is taking because the man got a divorce, is getting remarried, and it's like okay, but anyways, yeah, I don't know. In regards to sexuality, I wasn't personally feeling that. I just really felt like she and her father
Hmm.
were just deeply connected, and she didn't want to lose that connection,
Yeah,
and she didn't know how her father was going to eat or survive, so she was scared to leave that, but he wanted her to leave that so she could have a family. And I this whole thing is like, why are you forcing people to marry? And that might
yeah,
have been a thing in Japan after, you know, post-war Japan is arranged marriages because there are probably a lot less available males at that time after wartime.
yeah. So she finished. So what? So like Ozu dies, and she pretty much just falls off the face of the Japanese film industry.
Yeah, she's gone. She does. I don't think she makes one film, and she goes and she basically runs from the whole fame of it.
Wow. Wow.
And then that's what Millennium Actress is based on. It's based on her.
Yeah. That makes me really want to rewatch Millennium Actress and like gauge more of what that movie was trying to say because I didn't actually, you
Yeah,
know,
we didn't really like it when we
didn't
first
like it as
watched it.
much as like, Perfect Blue and Paprika that I like
Yeah,
from him. But that's amazing. I telling you, I think that there's a lot being said here because like let's look at when this movie gets released, right? This movie's being shot in 1948. Literally 3 years after the war just ended. 3 years
yeah.
after the bombs got dropped, and like that is when the war just got officially done.
And Japan is still in repair at this time. Like
Hmm.
it is probably still looking horrible, horrible over there.
Yeah. So like I feel like, there's this wanting like this clinging to wanting to like progress the culture once again, right? Let's get back on track to putting us there to make sure that we reinstate the culture and this idea of like building into the traditional Japanese family, right?
Yeah,
But
like
like
like you can definitely tell they want to arrange a marriage. They're like, you're getting too old. You want to have kids. We want you to have
yeah,
kids, have a family, continue to the generation. And she's just like, I don't feel that way. I
yeah,
don't want to do that. I feel uncomfortable with that. I want to be here for my father because he's gonna die if I'm not taking care of him. And the father's like, I'll just find somebody else to take care of me. And she's
yeah.
like, yeah, but she definitely doesn't believe in remarrying after divorce. Like she
No.
made that perfectly clear. So very old school thinking in those terms.
Hmm. Yeah. And there's just also like, you know, what's everybody else is kind of like wanting her to like marry and she doesn't seem to like what's it called even care about that. Like she's like
No,
what's it called like I'm kind of here
sh-
and I don't really know what's supposed to be happening and I just kind of want to take care of my dad because that's
and
like the one thing I
and
understand right now.
honestly, she seems happy. Like she seems happy just going on with her life like that. And just when she gets to the whole marriage part, she is just so downtrodden. Hey,
Yep.
Kylie.
Nice to see you too, Kylie. Hope
Hope
hope you
Scream
like
was good.
Scream. Yeah, hope Scream was good. Um And yeah, man, I just and I love the framing in here. And I love the music. I also really like the way that what's it called that Ozu just kind of brings these other characters who like you don't think are supposed to be like these really pivotal characters who end up playing like a bigger role within like the film.
Yeah.
Like the aunt and
And the person he marries eventually and just
yeah.
her friend. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like there are people who like, in the grand scheme of things, right? The only thing that should matter in this film is sister. I mean, the girl and the dad. You know,
Mhm.
but like, really, you have all these outside characters who like seem to
Yeah,
be providing.
because all these outside characters are the one
Yeah,
pushing her to marriage, or and that effect pushing her towards something she doesn't want, and she's pushing so hard back, and eventually she just gives in.
yeah, and I really like that. I really like this movie. I think that it's probably one of the stronger ones from this month.
I think so.
Um, but I think it's also kind of like a nice little ground of like the foundation of what like his style was going to be and also like what exactly he was going to start covering and there's just there's a lot of nice little humor in here too. I really like that. I really like that there's like you start seeing like that humor that he's starting to build too because of course like in Good Morning he just outrageously just goes into it, right? And just like
Hmm.
but like just I like the moment when she goes to see that kid, the one who like painted or something that he got in trouble, and he's like calling him a crybaby and whatnot, and like it's kind of like teasing
Yeah.
him a bit, and he gets like all worked up over it. And I found that very funny.
I mean, and I personally, I haven't liked Hara's acting kind of in the previous ones because,
Mhm.
like I said, her facial expressions never match like the scene. But there is a point in this movie, like that. This happens in this movie too. I just told you about it. There's a point in this movie where that smile's just gone, and she's just
Yeah,
fucking sad. And
yeah,
it is probably one of the best performances in that matter I've seen from her in these movies, or of just
mhm.
seeing someone switch from they're trying to hide that pain when you keep telling her to get married, by smiling and basically calling you filthy
Yeah.
to just her face just turns into like it's like Ikiru said. It's that
Yeah.
face
Well, it's like she's just gotten like everything stripped of her, like everything that what's it called she's been trying to
hooked
do.
onto.
No, you put yourself in her shoes. If this is really set in like 1949 Japan, right? 4 years the war has been done. She's really hasn't had the time to really like put herself back on her feet to really understand, where we have to go. She has a good job. She makes good money from it. Does she actually enjoy it? Not really. What she enjoys is taking care of her father because
Hmm.
she doesn't really know what else to really do right now. And for that to be stripped in the sense of wanting to just progress with this like this what's it called cultural norm and wanting to progress because like let's be real, what's it called, get her married so that way she can have kids and we could just get back to rebuilding Japan. That's kind of really all it is, to be honest.
I mean, and it's funny how this story is from 1949, and it
Mhm.
still resonates today
Oh
with
yeah.
the whole, like even the Pope just recently came out and said, people who want pets versus kids are selfish. It
Yeah.
resonates today on how like like traditional marriage is pushed onto people, or having
Mhm.
kids is pushed onto people, and it shouldn't be that way. You should let people live their lives how they want.
Yeah, yeah. So I really like this movie. I think this is one of the strongest movies from Ozu. I'm gonna go ahead and give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. I really like this. I think this was really good, and it's definitely up there. I still think that Tokyo Story was the best one for this month that I watched, but this one was a really good one as well. And I think this definitely needs a good
A
old
restoration.
restoration. Yeah, restoration to it.
It'd be a good looking one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I know that Janice just kind of put in the work for wanting to do a 4K actual 4K transfer for Tokyo Story. So I would really like to see them do this too because I think that this one definitely needs it. Yeah. But you know what? Today, Brad, I was looking at Reddit. And somebody was like, "What's a director's box set that you want to see so bad?" And then somebody was like, "I need the what's it called, Kira Kurosawa
4K.
104 in 4K." And somebody put,
Everything.
"I will gladly pay $1,000 for that."
I mean that is going to be an expensive box, but it
That's a
will be
band.
well worth it.
That's a whole band.
Yeah.
Brad, what are you gonna go ahead and give Late Spring?
I mean, I feel the same way with you. I think this was one of the stronger films that we've watched this week, and I think one of the stronger acting performances by
Mhm.
Hara. I'm gonna give it the same 8.5 out of 10.
All right, man. Yeah, I definitely want to rewatch Millennium Actress now, because I kind of want to see what exactly and now kind of knowing a little more and read up. Maybe I'll just read up more on her, and then I'll rewatch Millennium Actress because I didn't know that this was based on it. That was based on
Yeah,
her.
and
Wow.
and it's just amazing how this story is very similar, I'm guessing, to her life in
Yeah.
some form. I don't know if it was meant to be that way, because probably not, because that happened after Ozu died. But it's
Yeah.
just funny how that ended up. She never married. Um, and yeah, she just went into hiding and basically died at like I think age 93 or something.
Yeah. That's fucking nuts, man. Yeah. Says here, yeah, she no 95, Brad.
95.
Wow. What's it called? June 17th, 1920 to September 5th, 2015. 95
Now,
years old.
now they do throw in rumors that her and Ozu were having relations.
Yeah.
There's always that.
And I think that's kind of like a little bit to what Millennium Actress was kind of going into, remember? Because that, what's it called? The actress was involved with the director, and,
Mhm.
the actress always loved that director so much, and there was just never a chance that they ever got together. But, yeah, I definitely want to see what's up with this, man. Drop a, drop a, drop a ban on some, drop a ban on some Akira. Some Akira, yeah. Yeah. Man, I got the, what's it called? The 4K of Akira coming in next week, man. I'm
Ooh.
excited. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And this is the good version because the last version they put on was without the HDR, and this one is with the high dynamic range on the colors. So,
Mm.
oh man, I'm ready. I'm ready, man.
We'll
I
have
want
to
to
find
rewatch
that.
that. Hell yeah. But Yeah, man. Thank you all so much as always. It's been a really fun what's it called a month looking at these films. I think that we have, what's it called, learning more about cinema is not a bad thing at all. And being able to experience more of the cinema, especially from a country that both of us really respect the cinema from. And, we haven't been able to watch as much as we would like to watch.
Hmm.
You know, but there's still more ground to cover, and I'm glad that we got to cover another director because we could sit here and watch a bunch of Kurosawa movies, but like if we don't venture outside of that, we're
No,
kind of getting a
you're never
limited
gonna
scope.
see movies like this or Sword of Doom or a
Mm,
lot of other good directors in that space.
yeah, yeah. I would like,
I'm still gonna get you to watch the Row.
yeah. You just gotta rip that DVD, dog.
You just got to rip the DVD at this point,
Yeah,
or just
yeah.
buy
But
it for you.
you're gonna say to Rachel, you're like, "Hey, Rachel, please do this for me." But the the Patreon mini pod that we're gonna be doing is going to be Equinox Flower. That'll be next week as we actually officially conclude it for the patrons. And that's the next movie from Ozu. But we do have some other stuff that we need to catch up on. But yeah, we're also gonna tell you all about what February is going to bring. I kind of fucked up here, and I did a really dick move, and I picked some for Brad, but like Brad's okay with choosing the ones that I picked.
I kind of
But
like the one I like at least one of them you picked, and then the other one I'm kind of interested in because I'm like
yeah,
that one
yeah,
sounds weird, but okay.
yeah. So in the spirit of what's it called, the little monsters that went around Brad's what's it called, room and bark so much that they get picked up on the microphone. Brad wants to cover movies that include or cover dogs next month.
Oof.
And that, of course, Brad's picks are first, we'll be doing All Dogs Go to Heaven. And then, what's it called? Brad, would you like my pick next or
Yeah,
you want to
your
do?
pick and then my
Okay.
pick.
Okay,
Let's
cool.
do like we usually do.
Yeah. All Dogs Go to Heaven. And then we'll be talking about White God. And then Togo. And then Hachiko is the another one. And our Patreon mini is the first Beethoven film. Yeah. You remember
Bro
those
was gonna
movies?
absolutely probably hate this month, but you never know.
I,
You
I
never
want
know.
I want to settle with Airbud, bro. I want to settle with Airbud.
I mean, I would have watched Airboat
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I haven't
We
seen
got a couple
Airbud
of
in like
weeks.
30 years.
Yeah, we got a couple of weeks left. I think we have like one more week and then another Monday that we have to get through, and then we'll actually be able to start covering these movies. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see where they go. But yeah, that's the order, y'all.
You've seen All Dogs Go to Heaven, right? Like
Fuck
back in
yeah,
the
dude! I
day.
had the VCR,
Yeah.
VHS. I'm sorry, I had the VHS of it. Yeah, but yeah, this is happening because last year I had my month, and then this is Brad's month. What's it called? Next year on January, I will have my month again. But sadly, I ended up mistakenly watching Millennium Actress. Will Smith does some good voiceover work though. Watching Millennium Actress, Millennium Actress. Dang, Airbud 4, Who Let the Dogs Out, snubbed again. Bro, what the fuck? I want to watch Beethoven. Beethoven.
Beethoven.
Yeah. But thank you all so much to everybody who was here with us and watching us talk about this movie. We also want to thank our wonderful Patreon supporters. Everybody on the Patreon, thank you so much for being part of the show and making these shows happen, making the network stay strong and alive. We want to thank our associate producers, especially, and our associate producers and our executive producers. Our associate producer, Sarah, thank you so much. Like I said, Sarah, thank you so much for not checking your bank statements and finding out that you're still sub to this.
Still paying us.
Thanks for paying us. And then Shane, same thing goes for you, I guess. Thank you so much for being an executive producer. Where can they find him, Brad?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at XSRK_. Go buy something from the Suppy Guide at thriftedIO.com or go see him in person in Illinois at Prison
Yep.
City Vintage.
Prison City Vintage, baby. Illinois area. Come through. It's called. There's gonna be some good stuff happening next month. I can't wait. I can't wait to go see the boy. But yeah, we want to thank our writers because we got a handful of them. And next week, holy crap, Kylie, it's coming. We're talking about Venom 2. Oh
Ooh,
shit. Um, Kylie, thank you so much for being a writer.
there's
Kylie,
gonna be carnage.
not Carnage. Kylie PLI on Twitter, and then of course Tony
Hey, don't.
at Real Nerdy Dad on Twitter, and then of course our wonderful Rachel at Lucky Peach. Instead of a V, there is instead of a V instead of the U. So Lucky Peach, go check all that wonderful stuff out. on Instagram and Twitter. But yeah, man, I'm thankful, yo. It's been a great time. Let's go. We got a lot of stuff to catch up on. We're not done, but we finished with this. Next week on Monday we'll be doing the Patreon mini pod, so we're not going to be live on here. We're live for the patrons, and then Tuesday, I hope, cross my fingers, we do Venom Let There Be Carnage commentary. Wednesday, if you're a patron, what's it called? That's the Back to the Future commentary because that's our next one for our patrons. And then what's it called? We'll see from there. We still have movies that we can check, we can pull out and stuff. But we're not done this week. We're not done this week. Tomorrow is Friday, and we have a live show. We'll be talking about that Hawkeye series finale. We'll talk about the series as well, what we thought about it. And then on Saturday we talk about the first 3 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett. And then on Sunday we'll have another live show. We'll see what we do then. But in the meantime, it's been a lot of fun, and I'll definitely catch you guys tomorrow live show. I can't wait. Brad, set him out.
All right, Roll. Thank you, being host as always. Thank you to all those that joined us in chat today, all our listeners out there, all our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, I'm just gonna say, yeah, take care of your dads. Young Yoda out.